Welcome to Crime in Court. My name is Heather, and this is a bonus episode in the Zachariah, Wisconsin versus Zachariah Anderson case that I've been covering. I've been doing a deep dive on it. We just recently did episode 14, which was my 13 reasons why Zach is innocent. That was a wrap up of, basically we went through all of the court documents, the timeline, the trial, everything. You know, I pulled out key moments of the trial so you didn't miss much. And so now we're here. And the last episode, I also provided a bonus episode of Sadie's interview with police. So if you haven't seen that, or if you want to go see that, I will link it to this one, and you can go and find it in the description of this video. So without further ado, we're gonna the police are going to be interrogating Zachariah Anderson for alleged stalking charges that Sadie literally just brought to the police station this morning, or this afternoon around 4 o'clock. And now he's in the police station, 10 p.m. They're interviewing him, and he has no idea that Rosalio Gutierrez Jr. has been missing since, you know, the 17th or so, if that's when he did go missing, like the state would have us believe. So he's kind of in there just thinking that this is stalking or whatever, but they actually don't, like, they bring him in. Well, we'll get to it, because they actually say that he's in custody. So wouldn't he be, if the police are saying he's in custody, doesn't that mean that he's under arrest? So then they read him his Miranda rights, and he continues to talk without a lawyer. So that is I think where they kind of mislead him here. So let's watch this first part. Let me make sure my mic is unmuted. Here we go.
Just a back chair, please.
Sure.
Oh, you want a glass of water or anything?
Yeah, I'm thirsty, please. That'll be cool.
Yep. Just have a seat. The detective will be in. I'll be back with your water.
Right on. Thank you.
So this is sped up. It's also redacted to eliminate the names of minors for their protection. And also they kind of speed up some of the points. I might even skip through if there's moments where he's, you know, no one's talking. So we should get through this faster than an hour and 22 minutes, because I have it on 1.5 speed. So hopefully I don't talk too much and we can watch. So here we go. Brought his water. And then they just got him sitting there thinking for several minutes.
I'm Detective Korea. This is Detective Warren Anschutz. Police Department, obviously.
Anschutz, Detective Anschutz and Correa, the ones who testified on the stand. We saw them in our trial tidbits. Correa is lead detective. You know, he's like overseeing the whole investigation over this missing persons case. And Detective Anschutz, I believe he's the lead detective when he was on scene at this case. So, because they both kind of testified like they were the lead. So I think that's how it kind of went.
Yes. All right. Just before we get going, can you spell your first name for me?
Sure. Z-A-C-H.
Yep.
A-R-I-A-H.
All right. And the initial? Check. Right. Go away. Zachariah.
That's fine. Okay.
And your last name, sir?
Anderson. A-N-D-E-R-S-O-N.
All right. And your birthday, sir? And then your current address.
It's redacted.
All right. Phone number? Said you get mail, letter, or anything like that? PO boxes?
No, that sounds fine.
All right. It's the only address. Correct.
Yeah, I mean, I might be moving soon, but I don't know yet. Just depends.
All right. All right, Zach. Currently, you're in custody. As you're aware, we're conducting an investigation. Prior to that, I was talking to you. I want to read to you your waiver for constitutional rights. All right.
Okay.
It basically states that you, Zachariah Anderson, have been advised of your rights by myself, Detective Korea, of the Kenosha Police Department.
Sure.
Who has informed you that you have the right to remain silent and to refuse to answer questions or make a statement. Any answers or statement you make may be used in evidence against you. You have the right to consult with and have present your attorney before and during an interrogation. If you cannot afford an attorney, you have the
I think people think that if they choose to remain silent, it makes them look guilty. But in reality, it's actually the safest thing you can do because anything you say can be misconstrued and used against you in court. And if they can, they will. If they can use your own words against you, they absolutely will. So it is better not to talk to police. I'm not saying go on and commit crimes and don't talk to police. I'm saying trust police, allow police to protect and serve us. But know that if you're ever brought into a room and they're asking you questions, you might already be a suspect. That's all I'm saying. So you might not want to answer questions.
The right to ask for a court-appointed attorney before being interrogated. You also have the right to stop or answer questions at any time that you wish. Do you understand the rights that I currently have read to you?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. So we're investigating a case of stalking involving your children's mother, Sadie.
Sure.
All right. So that's what we want to talk to you about.
Okay.
Can you kind of tell me what's going on? What's up with your guys' relationship? What's been happening, going on?
Well, so we were together for like 12 years. And about 6 months ago, she flipped her script pretty hard and went from being, primary caretaker of our kids to barfly, And so she, to my account, has picked up about 4 boyfriends. She had made comments to that effect to our daughter, And she's been chasing on with whoever guys.
That was another thing I brought up in my 13 Reasons Zach is Innocent. They never looked into Sadie, who could have had potential other men that she was dating, who could have been jealous that she was talking to Rosalio. We don't know, because from what we hear and from testimony, Sadie doesn't seem very reliable, so it's hard to believe her word.
My understanding will buy her some blow, and that's how she's been spending her time. They reopened the bars in Wisconsin last week, Friday or whatever. My kids were at the bar 2 days in a row, So I submitted for custody of the kids.
She brought the kids to the bar 2 days in a row to go hang out with guys in bars.
8, retained attorney, and submitted for custody of kids. On
May 8th?
Yeah, May 8th. And she encountered that file on the 13th or whatever. And she's had a list of accusations about me stalking her and otherwise. And I have gone to check some information on her. And I have looked to verify some things, like whether or not she's going to the bar and that kind of thing.
So he admits he's gone to verify things. He's upfront with the police. He says, look, I have verified some things because she's not been upfront with me. So I've had to go out and find the information myself.
But really just for the purpose of the custody battle, because it's just going to be a mess. And what I can tell you is, to my understanding, she, like around Christmas time, so we have twin boys that were born on Christmas Eve, and it was supposed to be my day with the kids, my Christmas with the kids. And
the previous one?
Yeah. And I went over there and our daughter wasn't there. And I said, all right, we picked up a Christmas tree, and we went to have set up the Christmas tree at her house because she has primary placement of the kids, And so put it all together and that kind of stuff. I came over in the morning, all the kids were supposed to be there, daughter's not there. And I'm like, maybe about 11:30, like asking her, are you going to go get, this is supposed to be my Christmas, like the boys want to open their presents, it's, almost the afternoon already, or whatever. And she's all shitty with me, shut your bitch mouth and stuff. And I'm like, what the fuck? Supposed to have the day with the kids, this is our Christmas, right? Like, you get the kids tomorrow for Christmas Day itself, but, what are you shitting on the day for, or whatever? And she tries to hit me with the broom in the face, just spins around, tries to cloud me with the broom in the face, and turns into this big old exchange between her and I. She shoves me into the door like 4 times, and I scream and runs outside, calls the cops. Cops show up, they arrest me, and I'm like, what the fuck are you arresting me for? She put her hands on me. I mean, I made fun of her or whatever, but talked some shit, hollered back and forth, but I didn't do anything to her. So they hauled me away, like, all right.
What agency was that?
Germantown. Okay. So go see the DA, tell the DA, hey, this is what happened, whatever. It's not the first or second occurrence. Long story short, happens again, she does the same thing, cops show up, and I tell the cops, I put my hands on her, they arrest me again and haul me away, and I'm just like, it's fucking ridiculous, just because she said whatever she said. She said I'd push her at one point at the front door. I'm like, no, she turned around, ran into her own fucking Christmas decorations, and tripped her damn self and spilled her shit. I didn't touch her, I didn't step forward, I didn't do shit, I just stood there and watched her make a mess of herself. And that's been kind of the thing, it's like, no matter what happens, no matter what goes on, she accuses me. Even today, as an example, or last night, if you guys get my cell phone, I'll show you how ludicrous it is. She accused me of hacking her phone, her text messages, and her emails. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? And she's like, things that people shouldn't, which just my lingering suspicion is that she's doing blow. I don't know for sure, I haven't been able to verify that, but just on her behavior, and I've known her for 12 years and it's a hard shit. So, huge difference. So anyway, she makes a bunch of accusations and she says, well, you know how to program or something, you know how to hack my phone. I said, I don't even know any programming languages. I just worked for the phone company for a decade. That doesn't mean I know how to hack people's phones. Like, you don't understand what I did there maybe, but it had nothing to do with that, like it's just crazy. But she's like, well, people.
There's so many jobs within the companies themselves, like how, it doesn't mean you know how to hack something.
I'm like, nobody I'm going to ask to jeopardize their job over this bullshit. Like, what are you talking about? So she's just got some acute paranoias over shit that I can't make sense of, And so, I don't know what to do with that. But as far as stalking is concerned, no, we both see other people. I specifically, when I was arrested tonight, had a girl over and I was spending time with a different girl, so I think maybe she is a little mixed up in, what she thinks or feels about me, and that's fine. But really, at the end of the day, whoever's getting her high is more important. So I don't think, I don't think it's like that at all.
Whoever's getting her high is more important. So he makes no qualms about the fact that he thinks Sadie is doing substances and possibly using these guys to get those substances. Or maybe not using them, but, being available to them so that she has access to it.
So what else has she been throwing out besides hacking her phone?
Well, that's the latest one.
I guess over the last 3 months or so.
Most of the accusations came like in the last month, really. But she said that I was sitting out following her. I went to scoop the boys out of it. I was cleaning my van. I had my cell phone in my pocket and I was listening to music. And she pulled in with the kids. And I went to pull the boys out of the car seats or whatever and give them a hug. And there were, the boys' sweatshirts were down in the middle of the seats or whatever. And I leaned in there. And either I picked him up, my son, when I picked him up, he likes to turn the light on by shaking the phone, took it out of my pocket, or when I leaned forward, I dropped the phone in her car, something like that. But I picked up the sweatshirts, and I took the sweatshirts, and I couldn't find the phone. And my daughter will tell you, I searched for the phone for like 3 days. I had to call the carrier to figure out what happened to the phone. And she said, well, you were stalking me, you were tracking me, you put the phone in there on purpose. And I said, no, the fuck I didn't. No, the fuck I didn't. It fell out of my pocket. It felt like the shirt that I was wearing, the pocket's not that deep, it fell out before. It must have fallen out when I leaned in to get the kid's sweatshirt, or maybe, I don't know, I didn't see, because I was trying to reach the sweatshirts in the first place. So, no, the fuck I didn't. I called the carrier, don't make the accusation. But inevitably, the way she sees it is I'm stalking her. And I said, honestly, I know you're going out with other dudes, you brag about you didn't brag about one guy, you bragged about four. Go, what the fuck? Truth is, I cheated on her some long time ago. It poisoned the relationship. She never got over it. And, she's moved on her own way. She started hanging out with a friend of hers from high school, and I think, maybe got drug into a bad situation, all pun intended, I guess, drug into a bad situation. And
I think she's acting out because she's missed out on those few years, raising the kids, and she wants to go act like a kid herself, like a young adult, going out and doing substances and drinking and partying and hanging out with that crowd. I mean, it's not unheard of if you miss out on that time of your life to have some kind of like a midlife crisis and go out and start doing the things that you missed out on. So I don't know.
That's her choice. I can't stop her from it. I mean, I love her, she's the mother of my kids, but it's I don't know how to stop the train wreck, I guess.
All right.
Well, so we spoke with her. She's making a...
Another thing I wanted to point out is he's denying everything. He has an explanation for everything. And whether you believe it or not, he's still denying claims of stalking Sadie. So for them to just immediately, charge him without investigating is, in my opinion, horrible investigative work. You shouldn't... There's no reason for him to be put away right now, because I don't think that there is probable cause. But I guess Sadie's interview must have been their probable cause. Whatever lies she told in there to get him arrested, to make it look like he was hurting her, harming her.
A few other accusations against you. Okay. It was night last month, early morning hours, and you showed up at her house.
I went and bought a new couch. She told me I could come back and pick up the stuff out of the garage just to let her know, and I let her know, and then she got all shitty. And we had a big conversation. And yeah, there were some tears or whatever, but that's it, not because...
What time was this at? What about... What
latest shit, midnight, 1 o'clock, shit, maybe even later, when I got done moving the couch in. I had to go all the way out to walk shop, pick it up, so...
What are the kids? That
she had the kids in there, yeah. But I was
Pick up the couch at 1 in the morning?
No, I picked up the couch at 10 at night or something like that.
Watch Zach's body language. He looks relaxed. He doesn't seem tense. He's just chit-chatting, He doesn't... To me, he doesn't appear like he knows he's being interrogated, which is a problem. You should know if you are being interrogated by the police.
Like eBay or Craigslist or something, or from a place?
Yeah, Craigslist. And then I took it back to my place, and then I was waiting on my cousin to come help me load it into my house because I can't carry a couch by myself. They have sold it to me, whatever. And I told her, well, maybe I'll just swing back by tonight and pick it up and bring our daughter her skateboard or whatever. And I did, and I just, knocked on the door and I said, hey, this is what's going on. And it wasn't, I don't know, it was pretty straightforward. I told her it was going to be late as shit, and she was like, well, that's fine. I said, maybe tomorrow, I don't know if I'm up, I'll do it, if not, whatever.
Anybody in her house that night?
Not that I know of.
Nobody?
I mean, the kids. I would assume, I guess.
Was there another night that you went over there when you had the kids?
They're trying to get him to admit to going to the window and looking in the house when Rosalio and Sadie were there on the 25th of April. That's what they're trying to get him to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about that night.
There was another vehicle in the driveway. She was claiming that she wasn't seeing anybody and she just needed some space for us to get back together. Our daughter had gone through her cell phone and got a bunch of messages.
Tell me about those. We'll go step by step there, man.
All the messages my daughter read through. I don't know exactly because our daughter likes to fabricate some information. But in short, mom's seeing somebody else. Telling him.
Daughter likes to fabricate information.
Through her cell phone, got a bunch of messages.
Tell me about those. We'll go step by step there, man.
All the messages my daughter read through. I don't know exactly because our daughter likes to fabricate some information. But in short, mom's seeing somebody else. Telling him that she loves him and all that kind of stuff. And I was saying, you're kiting me along, fishing me along, trying to tell me like we have a future, or like things are not.
She's dragging him along. She is still telling him they have a future. Yet she's going and seeking out men on Facebook dating apps. And who knows what other dating apps.
Things are a possibility, but you just want some space. You're upset after our last argument or whatever, and it's not true, And so she kept insisting, no, that's not the case or whatever. I love you, all this kind of shit. And so I did go over there, and found out that she was seeing somebody else. And okay,
Where were the kids?
With me.
Sure.
Yeah, I loaded them in the car, took them with me.
Okay. How did you know there was someone else there?
Premonition or weird feeling when I talked to her,
Premonition or weird feeling. And this is what I was talking about. It could have very likely been his intuition telling him something's up and Sadie's been acting strange, and I think tonight she's probably going to have him over. I assume, he knows her pretty well because they were together for 12 plus years on and off. So if she was acting differently, behaving differently, he would perceive that in some manner and could give him a gut feeling.
Have you done before?
No, that was the impression that I got. That's something else.
What gave you that?
Just the way she talked, the way she behaved, real eager to get home, like something else was going on. If I remember right, it was like she didn't have time to, was that a different night?
How old are your kids, man?
The twin boys were 4.
And your other daughter?
12 now.
What time was this?
I don't know, 9 at night, 10 at night. I don't remember the exact time.
So you loaded your 4-year-old up?
But,
premonition.
Yeah. I knew something funny was going on.
And I guess why would it matter?
For me, because we had a definitive answer whether she's lying or not, I mean, this was, I don't know, how long, weeks ago now.
Did she invite you over?
She has, yeah.
Did she that night?
No.
Okay. Have you ever done this before? Went over? Out of premonitions?
No.
And what if I told you that I have reason to believe that the 4-year-old went with you that night?
I don't know. Why would you have reason to believe they went with me?
Because we spoke with
Yeah.
Your daughter.
I mean, one good, but two, why wouldn't she say that they were there? That's goofy.
I don't know, she really doesn't have a reason to lie to us.
Says you. I mean, I kind of know my daughter, and she doesn't have a reason to lie about a lot of shit. I mean, she just did a whole.
I'll tell you this, most of the conversation that we had with her,
Sure.
she chose your side.
Right.
Most of it.
Okay.
Okay? And I think she was being honest with me, or she wouldn't have chose your side. She would have made you look like the bad dude the whole time, but she didn't. She didn't. She made you sound like a good dad.
Yeah.
And really had nothing negative to say, for the most part.
Yeah.
Which led me to believe that she's telling me the truth. She doesn't have a reason to lie to me, you know what I mean?
No, I don't know what you mean. And I'll give you some examples, okay? So, so she just got in trouble. There's a big sting. She just got in trouble for putting.
It's redacted, not really sure. Privacy reasons, kid stuff. Not our business. And
I know shit, the other Monday I stopped over by Sadie's house a couple weeks ago now. And I'm talking to her, and Sadie comes storming out. Now, most of what she said, you could confirm. Most of what she said, you could verify. But for whatever reason, she tries to lie a little bit to make things look a certain way, and it's not true. So I hear you, and I feel like a lot of it's very credible, and it's tough for me as a dad to try and figure out. But there are some things that it's just like, why wouldn't you just tell the truth about that? I'll give you another one. The last 2 times she's going to my dad's house, she keeps stealing my little sister's cell phone.
She got in trouble for that.
Yeah, they can track it. Like they look at where it goes. Why are you taking it? It doesn't matter. No, well, but I didn't. And she tells a lot of truth, and then some lies when she wants to try and curtail.
She got punished for that one night? What was the punishment?
Right.
Anything else? You guys take anything away?
Well, the cell phone.
Which one?
Good
The one she
question.
took, or?
Well, that got returned to my sister, so of course that one. And then as far as her, when was that? Did she have her cell phone then? I think she had her cell phone. Her mom got her a phone for her birthday, and so her
Your
phone.
phone trip, right?
Yeah, so her phone got taken away. Right?
Okay. Speaking of her birthday, let's talk about that day.
Sure.
Okay.
I got the kids that morning. We
Mhm.
go down the trail, skateboard. We go up and down the trail, practice riding a skateboard or things.
Sadie was there for that?
Yeah, she stopped by. My brother was there, my sister was there, you know.
Good day?
Yeah, it was a little overcast, you know, which was a little bit more sunshine, but it was by and large a good day. And then Sadie invited us all back to open presents at her house, so we all went over there and ordered.
I will say I kind of think that's a weird comment. Like when he said good day, that meant like, to me, that means like, did you guys get along that day? But I mean, I guess he didn't really explain it. But to me, I wouldn't think like, was the weather good? So that's the only thing like I really kind of questioned in this whole thing in his interview.
Sunshine, but it was by and large a good day. And then Sadie invited us all back to open presents at her house, so we all went over there and ordered food. And then they screwed up the food orders, so we had like double order food, big buffet. But generally speaking, a pretty good day.
Any conversations with Sadie, the two of you?
Oh, yeah.
Privately?
Yeah, we had some words because...
I mean, I get he kind of like summarized a few things about the day as to why it was good. So, okay, I get it. Now, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but it still kind of sticks out to me, like, why bring up the weather? But I don't know, maybe he remembers the weather that day, and that's something that stuck out to him, so I don't know.
My mom's been very promiscuous, and I have a lot of half-siblings, right? And one of my sister had made a comment about mom being a whore or a slut, or I mean, sleazy, or something like that, or whatever, and I'm like, damn, don't say that, mom's standing right there. And Sadie got all pissed at me, so we did have a conversation then, because she took offense to it, joking that it was her that you know, my sister was talking about. My sister was, no, my sister didn't have information on Sadie. So,
Where did kids stay that night?
with Sadie. Because they were with me the night before.
Okay. The night before that? Was the night before that the night all this went down where you went over and saw the man? The dude?
No, I don't believe so. I don't recollect what day that was, but I guess you got Sadie.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Says on that.
Okay, sorry.
The whole incident involving the guy.
Yeah, I don't remember that was the night. I don't think so, but I don't remember exactly.
Well, like I said, I have no reason to doubt what he was telling me.
Okay.
I
I mean, I've got a long track record as a Germantown police, but...
mean, she described some pretty great detail on what happened that night at the house,
Yeah.
as far as looking through the windows and all that. And she's claiming she got drugged along.
Yeah. Sure.
Why would she tell me that right after saying that you're that dad and all that?
I don't know what she perceived she could get in trouble for, or, you know, whatever. So I don't know.
Did you look through the windows of the house and see someone in there?
Yeah, the windows were open. I could look through the windows and see. You know, there's no blinds covering the back door or anything like that.
Did you take pictures?
No.
Did you take video?
Nope.
Did you take audio recording?
No.
Nothing.
No, so you had the same bullshit accusations. No, I
What did
didn't.
you hear?
Nothing. I mean, saw them laughing, saw them, you know, doing their thing or whatever the hell, and okay. They had the music on and they're doing whatever they do.
Okay. At any point did you have in the window?
You know, with me.
Initially, when you first got there with you?
I don't remember initially. What I know is at some point I was like, oh no, go back to the car.
Okay. Did you place any cell phones anywhere?
Nope.
I mean, this is something she told me, and then this is something that a 13-year-old girl is not going to come up with on her own to get her dad in trouble.
I didn't place any cell phones anywhere. What happened originally was, Sadie was slapped in the face to discipline her when she was yelling at her.
When was this?
Like a
What is
month and
this?
a half ago, and recorded it on her school laptop. She came to me and she told me, and I said, hey, Mom, no, wouldn't she slapping you? She said, yeah, Dad, she slaps me and she yells at me. I said, no, that's not like her at all, you know, like, it's really not her character. But you recorded it. I'll give you the fucking recording. So she starts the recording, Mom screaming at her, going, okay, okay, and she swings at her again and she hits the laptop itself, and she, that to me, I don't know how many weeks ago, I'd have to look at the video, you know, or whatever. And at that point, I told her, nobody's going to believe me. Nobody's going to believe me. Mom tells the cops the story, they arrest me. Mom tells the cops the story, they arrest me. Nobody's going to believe me if I say, hey, Mom's the...
Usually, people don't believe the man could be aided by a woman, so, or children. So, yeah, they're gonna, you know, most of the time it's a man. So, if he wanted to prove this, he needed proof. So, he asked his daughter to record when Sadie was A-ing them. So, let's go back a couple seconds here.
That to me, I don't know how many weeks ago, I'd have to look at the video, you know, or whatever. And at that point, I told her, nobody's going to believe me. Nobody's going to believe me. Mom tells the cops the story, they arrest me. Mom tells the cops the story, they arrest me. Nobody's going to believe me if I say, hey, Mom's the violent one, she's the one losing her shit, and she's the one hitting the kids. But it doesn't stop there. And like, she stands the boys up against the wall and hits them on their arms and legs, so it looks like they're fighting. And at night when it's cold out, she takes the blanket away because they're playing, you know, using the blankets and playing and stuff like that. And then she calls me and she's got the boys in the background, owie, 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 getting hit by Mom. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? You know, the boys misbehaved at 3, 4. I stand up against the wall, give them a few minutes to think about it, you know? I mean, flick them in the head or something like that, but nothing, I'm not hitting them, I'm not taking the blankets away at night. If I put my kids to bed, I just lay down.
What does this whole thing have to do with putting a cell phone somewhere that night?
So what happens is, I get one of my my old phones so she can record what's going on, so I have some evidence, and then we have. So yes, there are cell phones, but I didn't put a cell phone anywhere for that purpose. I gave it to my daughter to record when she's being abused or when the boys are being abused.
Okay, but again,
I didn't put a cell phone anywhere.
yeah, that's my question, and you're dancing around it.
No, I'm just saying.
It's a yes or no. It's got nothing
I put a cell phone in my daughter's hands, if that's what you're getting at, but I did not put a cell phone in her car. Where? At my house?
I'm talking about that night at the house where you peeked through the window.
No. I didn't give her a phone or have her record anything or anything along those fucking lines, man.
No cell phone was put anywhere? Whether it recorded something or not?
No, dude, no. I told you, no. Her paranoia, her fear, whatever, that's on her. Whatever she told you or thought, she said the same bullshit to me. And I told her repeatedly, I did not record you.
And again, man, I have a young girl who loves her dad.
Yeah.
Telling me things, crying, that are 100% true. Believe me, they're 100% true when I'm talking to her.
Yeah, and she told school she had leukemia for 2 weeks. I mean, most of it's true, but then some things aren't. I did have a cell phone.
Dude,
I
this
did
is
have
stuff this is craziness for her to make this up and come up with it like that. I got a daughter the same age, man.
I hear you, but
they lie, and you know what? When they lie, I know they're lying. Right?
So I'm saying I did have a cell phone because you could turn the light on and see where the fuck you're walking, but I didn't record anybody.
So you had the cell phone out?
Yeah, I had a cell phone with me. I don't know that I had it out, but I did have a cell phone with me.
Right?
Well, I don't know if I don't remember how dark it was or if I pulled the cell phone out that night, so I would assume so, but
What's the cell phone number on that phone?
I don't know what offhand.
Is it your phone?
Is it your phone?
It's not my regular phone now.
Oh, you got another one?
Yeah.
But you don't know the number of that one?
Not offhand.
Where is it?
Probably in my possessions.
Your logo money?
Yeah.
So there's not going to be any pictures or anything like that in there?
Fucking look, you guys, come on. I keep telling you. You're killing me here, you know?
Is there a passcode or anything on them?
No.
All right.
No, like I said, I gave one to my daughter so she could record mom hitting the boys, mom hitting her, you know, that kind of stuff. I have some recordings of those exchanges for that interest. I know that pisses Sadie off because she caught me to record her, you know, maybe going through her phone and all sorts of shit. And there's been tremendous complaints about violation of privacy by Sadie. But, you know, ultimately, stalking, look, I verified whatever two-faced bullshit she was shoveling me about, you know, we're going to get, I just need some space, I'm still mad at you, all that, or whatever. No, you're seeing somebody else. And then once I called her out about that.
Who was it?
Huh?
Who was it?
Oh, some Mexican guy. I mean, to understand, you know, I looked up his information or whatever, best I could figure out, but...
What's his name?
Jeannie showed his Facebook, and his name is Junior. I don't remember the spelling on the last name, but I remember it started with a G.
Who showed it? Gina?
Jeannie, her grandmother. Sadie's dad's wife. Showed what Sadie was talking about, bragging about he's a contractor, he's got 2 kids, and Jeannie showed the Facebook, so she knew who mom was dating, I guess, and then mom started saying that she was dating somebody at that point. But
You know where he's from?
down here.
When was this? When did this all go down? When did you find out about him?
Weeks ago. Shit, months ago, maybe weeks ago.
Who told you about him?
Going through the text messages, mom's talking to this guy, mom's talking Leo, John, Junior, you know, all the guys mom's seen.
Those were confirmed names that, I mean, or are you just throwing names out there?
No, those are the names that got out of mom's phone and told me. Now, which ones are true or not? You think she's all...
There's Leo?
Yeah.
There's John?
Yeah.
Who else? What else is it? Junior?
The Junior, yeah. With the three that I remember, yeah.
Did you figure out who Leo was? John?
Yeah.
Just Junior?
Yeah. I mean, Junior was the one that she opened up about. Yeah.
What'd she say about him?
He's a contractor. You know,
Sadie?
Yeah, Sadie told Sadie told him. Again.
Not to you.
Hmm?
Oh, she opened up
Yeah,
to
yeah,
you.
yeah.
You know where this guy lives or stays other than being here in Kenosha?
Down in Kenosha, yeah.
All right. You ever been down this way?
Yeah, I've been to Kenosha.
For what?
I don't know, all sorts of stuff. I mean, I've lived in southeast Wisconsin most of my life. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What about in the past year? Been down here in the past year? Past 3 months? Past month?
I don't know. Down this way, generally hang out with my little brother. We travel around to different friends' places and play board games and shit like that. I don't know if we've ever made it all the way down to Kenosha, but, you know.
So there's no reason why, like, your vehicle would have been picked up on a license plate reader or anything like that down this way, or...
Not that I know.
Not that you know of, or yes or no?
I don't know. I mean, other people borrow my cars too, man. I mean, shit. But, no,
I didn't know that. I'll never let someone borrow my car to go from Mequon to, hey, you mind if I take your car down to Kenosha?
Depends on where the jobs are, man. You know, working on houses and shit, so.
Is that what you guys do? Or is that what you
Yeah,
do?
yeah.
Are you a general contractor as well?
They help my little brother, he is, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What type of work? Like house repair, roofing, like, or what?
Yeah, renovation stuff.
Everything?
Yeah, general contractor, right?
So have you guys had any jobs down here in the past couple months?
Yeah, I mean, my little brother works everywhere, so I haven't personally worked down here, so.
Okay. Does your brother live with you?
No.
You just come get your car sometimes?
Well, if his van is in the shop or whatever, leaves the van, you know, that kind of thing.
All right. What kind of van do you have?
It's an old Caravan.
You know, approximate year?
2000s.
Color?
Black?
Not sure?
It's like navy blue or black. I don't drive it too much if you drive the Audi.
Oh, okay.
I think he's joking around and being all buddy-buddy with the cops, and they're doing the same thing to him. So it's like, it's just really, it bothers me that people don't understand the right to remain silent. We all think, oh yeah, if I'm innocent, I can say whatever, and it's, they'll find me innocent. The truth will work itself out, but that's not the case. It's often not the case for these wrongfully convicted folks, and they probably think the same thing, and they talk to police without a lawyer present, and things then get used against them in court, the things that they had said in their police interview. So I could see that happening here because they're so buddy-buddy and Zach's feeling comfortable. I mean, they do that on purpose. They want you to feel like buddies. They want you to feel like, hey, you could tell us anything. So they've got that, going on. And because he's innocent, he knows he's innocent, he's like, well, I can talk to these people, I can tell them what I know, and they'll find me innocent. But that is not always the case. So if you get nothing else out of Zach's case, know that it could happen to any one of us. Any one of us.
No play on?
No, okay.
All right, so you mind if I call your brother and say, hey, have you had any jobs down here in the past couple months? Would you be willing to give your brother's information?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
At this hour? No, fuck no.
No, I'm not going to call him at this hour, but I need his information to call. I'll call him tomorrow or something.
No, I'll check with my brother, see what the fuck's going on.
All right. But as far as you know, you've never been down here in the past couple months, but it's possible your brother used your car and may have been down this way.
I mean, yeah, it depends where it's been jobs.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
What I know is that my cousin was saying, or his buddy was saying that he's driving like an hour for work or something like that, and so I was an hour down this way.
Your cousin?
My cousin was talking about my brother bitching that it was an hour away, right? So.
When's the last time you used it?
My van.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, usually when I get the kids, I use the van, so until the price gets big enough for them.
When's the last time your brother used the car?
He's a friend to take my everyone.
In the car?
Not in the house, yeah, sometimes in the car. Yeah.
Oh, so he has access to and from your house and do what he wants?
Yeah, so these guys, if they want, like if they need a van to move something or whatever for work, sure, they can grab a van.
Okay. How many guys does he have employed with him?
One full time anyway. He asks for help from my guys, but
Who's the other guy?
my cousin,
What's his name?
Alex,
What's your brother's name?
Saul,
What is it?
Saul.
Same last name? What's Alex's last name?
Oh, he's married in. His mom's my dad's sister, so I don't know if I know that.
Yeah. Those are the two regular employees?
So, well, we just help Saul out when he needs extra hands, so he's just got
So
one.
basically, those are the two people that may have had your car.
Yeah, I would expect so, if anybody used it.
The rest of the people are just randoms that...
No, the rest of the people, no, the people
So
that
he's
use the
one
van.
regular employee?
Yeah.
So he would just allow anyone to use this? So
It's open for that. He uses my shop too, so schools there and that kind of shit. It's open for them for whatever purposes. And
You have a tool shop?
yeah, it's not in good shape. But, they throw a bunch of material in it. Really, the rest of it's like a wing off the barn. The rest of the barn's leaking fucking everywhere. So,
Have you ever followed her down here?
never found it. No.
When you dropped her phone, you said you dropped her phone, or somehow the phone ended up in her car, or something she accused you of.
Using it as a tracker. Right?
Okay, using it as a tracker.
Yeah.
Were you able to track your phone? I mean, were you able to go online or your cloud, or I don't know, was it an iPhone, is it a Samsung, I don't even know what.
No, it's a Cricket. But no, I couldn't. I had to call the carrier to figure out where the cell phone was last. And so when I called the carrier, they said it was in North Kenosha on 580 or something like that. And I was like, okay, well, Kenosha, that's where Sadie's boyfriend lives. So when I called Sadie, and she denied it. And I'm like, well, it would be awfully coincidental that the day I lose my cell phone, the carrier can verify that it went down to Kenosha, so it's got to be in your vehicle. So then she let me come over and look through her vehicle, and I'm like, I mean, come on. If it goes down to Kenosha, it's got to be here somewhere. In short, she stole it, and she wouldn't give it back to me unless I said that I was tracking her. And then I said, fine, I was tracking you, whatever, can I have the phone back? She's like, finally, some truth. She gives me the phone back, and I'm like, I wasn't fucking tracking you, thank you for the phone back. And then she got all shitty with me. She's like, oh, now you changed your story because you get the phone back. You were all nice in the first place. And I'm like, yeah, because I wanted the fucking cell phone back, not because I was trying to track you, because if I was trying to track you, I put the fucking app on there like the carrier told me to do because otherwise you got to call in for it, and I'm like, you can call the carrier yourself and you can see. And when she gave me the cell phone back, I unlocked it for her so she could see it and make sure that there were no recordings and that there was no tracking shit on there.
How long after your phone was lost did you get back?
Monday, almost on Friday, I got it back on Monday or something like that, yeah.
Well, you all know if you got a cloud app of some sort, you can go on there and just erase that, right? Let's be honest.
Well, let's be honest, I use a fucking flip phone most of the time. I didn't know that. I don't.
Okay. I'm not saying you did that. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, I didn't.
I could wipe my phone and show us, hey, there's nothing on here.
No, I didn't know.
Okay. Well, you work for a phone company. Who'd you work for?
AT&T.
Through a cellular store or through a Hardline or?
No, I was a network technical specialist that handled the national critical infrastructure between the United States and Japan. So undersea fiber optic cable station.
Okay. Okay, so you
nothing to do with that.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Can you just give us a couple minutes? We'll be right back. Need some more water or anything?
Yeah, I'll take some more water down.
All right, we'll be right back.
I'm saying, guys, whatever I did, go chase about Sadie, man. I'm not stalking her. You know, I mean, it's fine. She's got a right to go her own direction. You know, I seen that she's got a boyfriend, not just pretending we're gonna get back together so she can get shit out of me. I don't know what the fuck's going on with her behavior, but I really can't account for her. Really, you know, I can't account for her shit. As far as our daughter goes, our daughter looks to protect her, her mom, and me.
Well, like I said, man, if she's talking shit about you the whole time, I get it. Okay?
No,
So she wasn't. She talked you up. She started out talking you up. And a few things she blurted out didn't make you look good. And these aren't things that are like, yeah, I'm just going to throw this out there and fuck with the detective. I mean, this is shit that a 13-year-old girl isn't going to make up off the top of her head.
12, and she does make up some shit off the top of her head,
Man, I don't know. I don't think so.
I appreciate your skepticism because honestly, I felt that way too.
Caught myself this time. The cop says, I don't think so, when Zach says he knows his daughter is making stuff up. He knows his daughter better than a cop does. This cop is like, I don't think so. Let's listen to that again.
Yeah, I'm just going to throw this out there and fuck with the detective. I mean, this is shit that a 13-year-old girl isn't going to make up off the top of her head.
12, and she does make up some shit off the top of her head,
Man, I don't know. I don't think so.
I appreciate your skepticism because honestly, I felt that way too. I really wanted
How does Detective Anschutz know his daughter better than Zach? You tell me.
to take her at face value because she tell half.
Oh, that's a little bit. That's different.
That's
Don't
what
lie
they
about that.
acted.
I get it.
No, she lies for her mom's sake. She lies for my sake, trying to play some game too. It's not. I understand you talk to her, but
So she might play games back and forth with you guys. That's what a normal kid does, man. That's what they're going to do, to game one up on parents.
Yeah,
I get
yeah.
it. But when you're sitting in a room with a police officer, mine wasn't in here, man. It was just me
right.
and mine, one-on-one. Just tell me what's going on. You're stuck in the middle. You're in a shitty spot. It is. It sucks to be a kid in this spot, right? Just tell me the truth, right?
Something's funny then. The boys been in the car and she's saying that they're not because they shouldn't have been.
No, she even went as far as to say that the boys, she got home and one of them messed the pants. And I mean, why is she making this stuff up? Like, why is she going that far to make things up?
One of them did mess their pants that night. That's true, but.
I mean, I don't think this is something she's going to get confused about, man. And
Well, I don't think it's something I'm going to get confused about. So I hear what you're saying, but something's not
yeah,
adding up.
you are to make yourself look better. I get it.
And make herself look better. I don't know.
Like
She had no
Sadie
advantage.
doesn't?
There was no advantage to her telling you this. There was nothing that she advantage. There was no.
There's no advantage to her lying about stealing
She's by
herself
herself.
too, but she still does. And it's like, it's what she perceives, she thinks is, you know.
But she admits that to us. Like, she doesn't like deny it.
Yeah.
When she talks about what she did, like, yeah, here's what I did to us. Obviously,
Yeah.
let's be honest. I mean, the kids, they're gonna lie to their parents. It is what it is. Maybe it's because
She lies to the school, she lies to the cops, she lies to fucking everybody, man. I like you guys' faith in her, that's great, but
But
I
she's
mean,
in trouble.
no, even when she's not in trouble. Look, you guys haven't been with this shit the last 2 weeks, but I'm just telling you, it's been a circus trying to sort what's true and what's not out of my daughter's mouth the last couple of weeks. And for something like that, I think it really comes down to what she perceives is right, culpable or whatever. I don't think, I know I like to have faith in what my daughter said, but, you know, this whole thing, like, I wanted her to believe shit. It was like her friend that was snitching around. I'm like, no, not my little girl, right? But there were other things. Even like once she was busted out, turning all that stuff over to the cops.
Oh, so she got in trouble with something, I think. And another little girl was there. So what I'm kind of getting at, or what I feel like is what happened, the situation that they keep redacting with the daughter. I think she got in trouble at school or somewhere with something on her. I don't know what, but anyways. Guys, what do you think about his interview so far? It's interesting, huh? It's interesting how he can take these scenarios and give a reasonable explanation for most of the things that he's done or said. Maybe not everything. Maybe not everything he did was perfect, but for the most part, like, he's admitting to things. He's you know, taking accountability for certain things within his role here. And it just seems like that is all. It doesn't matter. The cops they just want him to. They just want to get him, in my opinion.
And be like, here's the evidence. She would withhold the evidence too, and we catch her with more. What the fuck are you doing, man? You know, and on and on. And so no, because there's like an angle to it. There's a reason to it. And if she thinks the boys could get in trouble, or, you know, I don't know what's running through her head. She might say something goofy, but I don't know.
But I guess what we're getting at is that she wasn't, it's not like she's sitting here with her mom, she's not sitting here with her dad. So she's being essentially neutral in all this, like, yeah, dad's doing this, but he's great, mom's doing this, but she's great. She's not like saying everything that, hey, you're the best and mom's bad, or mom's the best and you're bad. She's not doing that. You know, she's kind of even keel on everything.
So because she didn't take sides, you think that she's giving information all truthful information, because you perceived her to not take sides. She is a young girl. She's 12 years old right now. Her parents just split up. I mean, maybe not just. They've been back and forth and back and forth and back and forth for so long, but this one, she's being told, is the real deal. They're splitting up. She's seeing calls on her mom's call log coming up in the car for a Leo. She knows she's talking to a friend who's a Leo and possibly other men. What did Zach say? 3 or 4 other guys. So we know she was talking to multiple people. We know the little girl is at a very vulnerable and impressionable stage, and everything that she sees her mom doing, she's taking that in and absorbing it like a sponge. And she's mad at her mom because her mom is essentially lying to everybody that she's dating other people. She's not telling the truth that she's dating other people to Zach or to her daughter. I feel like she's misleading her daughter, possibly on purpose too. So obviously her daughter's going to be acting out. This is the perfect time for her to be acting out and to be making up stories. This is the exact time that she would be doing that, because she's trying to gain favor with one or more of the parents. She wants them to appreciate her. She probably wants them to get back together and be back as a family. So if she perceives that one or the other is the reason why they're not together, she's going to take that out on them and be very, very angry. So just putting that out there. This is a very delicate time for OA, especially at her age.
She's not trying to get one person over the other.
I'm hearing what you guys are trying to tell me, but I just don't. And I wasn't there to see it.
I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just telling you how it hit. I'm not trying to sell you something here.
Well, you're trying to sell me the notion that my daughter was honest about whatever.
I think she was, because she started out with the picking your side. She's on your side this whole time. Sadie says that, she says that, and you know that. She was picking you, man.
They just told her, you just told him she was neutral the whole time, and she wasn't talking him up or Sadie up. So which is it? They're lying.
You guys are tight. You guys are very tight. Are you not? Are you not tight with your daughter?
I love my daughter very much and she loves me, but straight-faced lie to be repeated.
It's obvious. And it's obvious by talking to her.
So how did she lie about the boys?
I don't know. I don't think she was lying to me.
I mean, we go around this fucking, we go around the block all you want, but sure. At the end of the day, I'm pretty suspicious of what my daughter says. If you're not, that's up to you, So, what other questions do you have for me, though, guys? I'm fucking tired. What do you want from me?
Just the truth about everything, and
right.
I mean, that's kind of what we want. We want to find out.
At this point, it's like 11:30 at night. It's 20. I can't see because I paused it.
We kind of went over stories, and you kind of gave us your reasoning behind it.
So it's 12:33 at night right now. I'm sorry, 11:33 at night right now, and he is he's already been interrogated for 40 minutes here. I mean, it's literally, they talked to Sadie longer than they talked to Zach. Sadie's interview was 2 hours and 40 minutes, and Zach's interview is 1 hour 22, and by the end of this, he's in cuffs. So they really, really did not investigate this at all. They took Sadie's word and just went with it.
The stories, whether they were true or false or whatever. I mean, the main thing is to try and find that happy medium in all this.
Yeah.
And
so Sadie, after I was arrested on Christmas or whatever, Sadie put down for a restraining order and shit. And so we go to court, and she writes a bunch of stories like she's been trying to keep a catalog over the last 12 years about what a piece of shit I am.
Didn't work out for her?
Well, no, because we get in front of the judge, and she tells the judge, like, one of the stories in there, I'm going through the stories, I'm like, holy shit, right? Like, just lie after lie, exaggeration after exaggeration. But she tells the judge, she tries to convey to the court that, like, there was an instance where I insisted that we have sex. We were fooling around, I insisted we have sex, and then we didn't because she didn't want to, and then I threatened to go fuck somebody else. But the reality of that story was essentially this. We were fooling around. She didn't want to. She got upset, embarrassed, or whatever, and she said, if you want somebody that can fuck at the drop of a dime, you're going to need to go find somebody else. And I was like, what the fuck just came out of your mouth? And that's just an example of the twist she takes things and the exaggeration she makes of things. So, as far as her stories or what's going on, I'm not hacking her cell phone. I'm not hacking her email. I'm not hacking her shit. I'm not stalking her. There's some things that I check. I would love to catch her, getting high with her boyfriend just so I could say to the court, I deserve custody of my kids because this is how she spends 3 days a week. My kids shouldn't be taken to the bar.
Is that what you've been trying to do?
That's all I've been looking for, man, is just to validate that. Once I found out that she was fooling around with somebody else because of what we saw through the windows, when I did go to her place, which I did do, it would be nice to verify it. And the only reason that I even came up to that was talking to a counselor who said, it sounds to me like she's moved into hard narcotics. It sounds to me that the way that she's behaving, because I've got a woman who's been a good mom and a caring mom for most of her life so far, and then suddenly in the last 6 months, it's like a wicked shift to everything I say or do is somehow I'm the big bad guy, and then our daughter's in the middle of this like a fucking pawn, and it's just a bloody mess, I mean, I just don't even know what to make of it when, she's got stories and she's got spins on all.
The mother was a great mother before. All of a sudden she becomes irresponsible and not treating the kids very nicely. And yeah, he's got questions. Of course he wants to find out. He's suspicious of her lies and, the way she's been behaving. He wants to know. So I don't think it's wrong for him to do some of that legwork to investigate, just to, ease your mind, calm yourself. Like, don't do anything illegal. I'm not saying do anything illegal. I'm just saying if you need to do some verification or some checking to clear your mind of something, do it.
All sorts of bullshit that because I work at AT&T, I can hack your cell phone. I'm like, that's ludicrous. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
And that's just kind of, and there were other things in there. And then when I told the judge, he's like, it's just the reality. You think that woman would have stayed with me if I basically raped her, like forced her to have sex with me? That's not the way it went, Judge. We stayed together for 12 years. It was great at times, it was bad at times, but, in the end.
It's called marriage.
Yeah, well, I mean, I cheated on her, poisoned the relationship, so, no going back. I mean, even if people start a rumor, it doesn't matter. Some girl said to me at a party, that I could do something sexually to her or whatever. Oh man, her friend overheard it or whatever, took it back to Sadie, and she just kept on with this shit, and I'm like, I'm not. That is my friend's date. Like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and why are you mad at Zach for a comment that some other woman made? Like, that is crazy. It's not Zach's fault that this woman said something to him.
Like all these accusations, it's not the case, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right, so
we'll see how it goes. See how he explains it? He ends his story with, well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. He has no idea he's about to be locked up like this for he hasn't seen the outside of the Department of Corrections systems other than a courtroom since this time period.
This is her accusations, and I'm gonna go through them again. Okay?
Sure.
You followed her, went to her house, looked through the windows.
Yeah.
You confirm that. Okay?
Yeah.
And confirm that because she was with you.
Sure.
Okay?
And this is why you don't talk to police, because even if he was just doing it to confirm that she was seeing somebody, it looks bad on his part. It looks suspicious. So now, of course, the prosecution is going to dig in on that. Like, why were you stalking her? Why were you looking in on her? And all this, yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, that's why you don't talk to the police. Because he admits it here. So you can't backtrack and in the trial say, we have no proof of that. Which is what you would rather have. Just so you have a better case. Because something like that, it wouldn't be necessarily admissible. I don't know.
You get a cell phone to record her when she gets mad.
You should use the kids, yeah.
Okay.
you recorded that?
I went to an attorney and I asked the attorney, and they said that they have to go through the process establishing fatherhood, paternal, whatever that ruling is with the court.
Let's say you confirm that, right?
Yeah.
You accidentally dropped your cell phone in her car, underneath the car seat.
Or, I'm not sure which, but yes.
And just so happened that same day.
Underneath the car seat, is that what you said?
Yeah, you're in Kenosha.
Sadie could have taken it. The kids could have taken it. One of the kids. Anybody could have taken it. And it might not have been Zach being the one that put it in that car. Or planted it under that car seat.
Again, text messages to her cell phone that we have. We have the whole string.
Good, but that's not how I knew she was in Kenosha. How I knew she was in Kenosha is because when she dropped off the kids, she was taking a flower for her brother's pond down there, and she hid her nice jacket in the back. And when we were looking for the sweatshirts in the car, I saw the nice jacket in the back. It said, and I said, that's probably because she's going out to Kenosha again. Mm-hmm. That's it. Don't want to see your boyfriend.
Are you upset with that?
I mean, this seems a little bit, but ultimately, I can't can't unpoison the relationship, you know, can't uncheat
Is
on
there any
her.
jealousy going on?
Yeah, a bit, you know, a bit.
Are you expressing that?
Yeah, at times, you know, I tell her because she's jealous too, you know. I said the jealousy for us doesn't allow us to be friends, doesn't allow us to have a calm conversation. You know, if I, even like yesterday when I was talking to her or whatever, she said, I sent you an email, right? I said, okay, cool, you know, I'll check it when I get home. She's like, of course you're not home. I go, geez, you know.
So you dropped your cell phone.
Yeah, I dropped the cell phone, I didn't
Did
place
you
it.
find her in Kenosha?
I just knew she went to Kenosha.
Okay. She confirms that. Olivia confirms that. So, you follow me, man? These sequence of events. She's saying that you're following her.
Yeah, she says a lot of shit, yeah.
And that you're having conversations about following her. You're,
No.
you're looking through her boyfriend's stuff on Facebook, right?
I looked him up, yeah.
You looking him up criminally?
Yeah, I see Captain, see what's going on.
Okay. You're doing all these things, right?
I did some things, yeah.
Everything that she's told us, you've done.
I don't know that that's true at all.
Well, it's happened. The thing she's claiming happened, right?
Maybe not,
Yeah, but I mean-
not the way they say it.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, just,
How do you know, buddy? How do you know everything that she's claiming has happened? And it doesn't mean that it's happening in the way that Sadie has claimed it to happen. Sadie could be twisting it for her own benefit because she wants custody of the kids.
look, I'm not trying to call you gullible, but she says that she went to her brother's house and she found the cell phone, right? Now, I call the carrier, and the carrier says the cell phone ends up down in Kenosha, but she says that she literally drove like 2 miles away to her brother's house and found the cell phone, yet left the cell phone on and took it to Kenosha. So you tell me, guys, what fucking adds up?
That's not what she told us.
Well, that's what she told me, but, you know, listen, ultimately,
the carrier tell you that though. I mean,
Stop.
that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
No, I'm saying though, why would she tell you the truth versus telling us the truth? I mean, you guys obviously have a rocky thing. She's suspecting that you're doing this, you know, following her doing this. Why is she going to be honest with you?
I don't know if she's telling you for the stalking accusations here, guys, but I'm just telling you something doesn't add up in that story specifically. Because if I call the carrier and the carrier says the cell phone goes down to fucking Kenosha, right? Well, then if she says she found the cell phone at her brother's house, which is by my house, then why the fuck did you drive all the way to Kenosha before you shut it off?
How do you know that she found it before she went to Kenosha?
So she told me.
Okay. Well, yeah, then that wouldn't make sense.
Right. So, I mean, I hear, okay, you guys got a story, but I'm telling you, all her stories are bullshit.
That's why
like that.
we're getting your side.
Yeah, exactly. They just said, we're getting your side, but you're not even listening to his side. You already, in your mind, you've convicted him because Sadie told you that he did it and he's this horrible person. Sadie told you that he's a stalker. So in your mind, you've already convicted him. I mean, might as well just lock him up and throw away the key now. Just because things sort of happen. So she might be exaggerating and just keeping an eye on my dog. She might be exaggerating the truth. She might be exaggerating actual stories and twisting them for her own benefit, which some people have manipulative people, narcissistic manipulators often have a good ability with that skill to be able to twist your words into something else, right, and twist them right against you there.
How do you know that she found it before she went to Kenosha?
So she told me.
Okay. Well, yeah, then that wouldn't make sense.
Right. So, I mean, I hear, okay, you guys got a story, but I'm telling you, all her stories are bullshit.
That's why
like that.
we're getting your side. Now, we didn't get that before. Now you're telling us, hey, oh, there's more.
I'm just saying,
That's
you
what we're trying
all
to
the
figure
fucking way
out.
down here to ask me about fucking stealing a cell phone or whatever the shit, and then she wouldn't give it back before I said, fine, I took it to track you, which is bullshit. I just want to get the damn cell phone back because, mind you, I took the fucking cell phone and I took a video of the police because Snapchat, like, you have to save the messages and shit, and I'm just like, holy fuck, I lost the cell phone and I don't know what to do. And if you go through her text messages, you'll probably see that text message, or did I call her? I'd call her about that, because if you lose a fucking phone, that's or whatever, don't fucking kill yourself, man. I'm like, holy shit, that makes you sick, you know? But it was just her that took it. But to be fair, in the first place, I thought she stole it. Like, I thought she went in the house and took it. But then I was like, no, I was outside cleaning the van with it in my pocket, so she didn't take it from me, so I must have dropped it. And to be fair, maybe I didn't drop it in the truck. Maybe I just dropped it outside the truck and she picked it up, you know? But something fucking happened there. Something happened there where she kept it on until she went to Kenosha. And then she bragged that, oh, she found it right away at her brother's house. So, tell me.
Tonight you went with her house. Look
Yeah.
through the windows. Let's get back to that.
Sure.
Did you take anything?
No.
Did you go in any vehicles in that?
No, I got those accusations too. No, you went in his truck and you took some shit. No, the fuck I didn't. And then he wanted to kill me about it, or what, he was going to beat me up or whatever. I said, I didn't fucking take your shit. I didn't take your shit. Spare me the accusations.
There's nothing in your house that's his?
No.
Nothing.
There's nothing in my house that's his, man.
Nothing in your house?
Nothing in my house that's his. I'm telling you, nothing. I wrote down his information off a CCAP.
Where's that?
I don't know. I think I threw it away at this point. Clean all my shit up.
What about his registration card for his truck?
I had his registration card for his truck. I heard that bullshit story too. Same bullshit out of Sadie. You took it. No, fuck, I didn't.
How would Sadie get this information? Like, how would Sadie know that you, allegedly, why would she say to you, you took his registration?
I don't know what the fuck he did with his registration, or what the stories are, or Zach must have done it. Zach does everything. I have no fucking idea, man.
Anyway, seen the paper at your house?
No, his information, I wrote it down, you know, when I looked him up, but outside of that, no. He's the one that got that information from Jeannie.
Of his address and everything?
His name, yeah, yeah. She's friends with him as Junior on, as whatever the fuck it is on Facebook, and that's how I, you know, figured it out, but it actually, well...
Has a Facebook?
No.
Oh.
Jeannie does.
Oh,
right,
okay,
right.
I thought you were talking...
So, yeah, Sadie was talking to Grandma about it, and then Grandma shared that information. He came back and gave me his full name, you know?
And his address?
No, I just looked his information on psychiatric number.
Do you ask her, like, hey, what do you know about this guy's name? Do you
No,
ask her?
no,
She came back.
she
like, hey,
volunteers
here's
that.
his number, here's his
Yeah,
number.
Jeannie told me that he's a contractor, you know, and whatever. And I was like, all right, that's fine. You know, that's fine.
Jeannie is the stepmother of Sadie. So Sadie's dad's wife. So Jeannie knows about Rosalio. She's the only other person I think that, or maybe the only person that Sadie really talked to about Rosalio besides her best friend Rebecca.
Dad does something similar to right now. I work part-time at METC and help out Saul, so
What's his address?
I don't remember offhand.
You know where it is in Kenosha?
Not offhand.
You ever been by his place? Drove down by his place?
Dudes, really? You keep asking me, I keep telling you. What else you got?
He's denied it.
But there's cameras everywhere, dude. So everywhere.
Great.
Everybody's got Ring doorbells now. Everybody's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
cameras that are popping on these streets, right?
Good, good,
You know
good.
that, we know that. To save us a bunch of time, just tell us the truth, because when we go pull cameras and your vehicle comes up driving past somewhere in the area,
Right.
then that doesn't look good for you, right?
It doesn't.
However it's going to look, I just want to look out for the well-being of my kids. I don't know what you're getting at. Stalking, I don't really know what the laws or the rules are there. I've taken an interest and I've gone and I've looked at some things just to get a bit of truth for myself. I'm seeing somebody else. She's got the right to see somebody else. I'm not trying to make a big fucking deal out of it.
Well, you
Accusations
were,
to be stealing
you were,
shit.
man. You were making a big deal. You were checking things out.
You know,
I mean, based on what
I-
you're telling me today, you were checking things out. You were
Yeah.
watching out.
Look, there were a couple occasions when I went to verify it, but making it this thing like I'm stalking her, I'm tracking her, or I fucking hacked her cell phone or whatever, take a goddamn, like I didn't, okay? I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it's bullshit. It's bullshit.
Well, in the statute book, man, a couple times, it's stalking.
I don't know what it is, but once I verified some information, once you know, then you can fucking know, okay? I mean, if she didn't play games about it, then I would have known right away. There wouldn't have been anything to go check. But I didn't fucking track her on the cell phone. I dropped the cell phone. And this accusation that I even dropped it in the truck was really her stipulation, because I don't even think I fucking dropped it in the truck. My only thought was that if I did, it was when I needed to get the hooded sweatshirts, the boys' sweatshirts out of the middle console. I don't even know if that's the case. I don't.
Yep.
Again, that's her version of shit, and I don't know. Because again, her account was, she took that shit down to fucking Kenosha before she shut it off. Well, if you thought I was tracking you, why did you take it to Kenosha anyway?
She
Something
had a
doesn't
different
add
account for us. She had a different account.
Well, I don't know her fucking account. It's just, that's
She
what that
found
is.
the phone after a text message you sent her about being in Kenosha. And she's like, oh, shit.
No, she was going to fucking Kenosha because she was all dolled up and happy and excited. She always calls me Zachariah when she's excited. But because of the way she behaved, and she spilled some of the water from the plant that she was taking over to her brother's house on her, and she was bitching about it. I'm like, well, all dressed up for going out on a Friday night, you're going down to Kenosha. Not because I had a fucking tracker to figure it out. And then why would I wait 3 days before calling the carrier to fucking verify? And if you ask, I spent the fucking weekend looking for the damn phone. So still, I know, I hear Sadie spin. You guys are soaked in it. That's great, but please.
Unfortunately, Sadie's spin is matching up with spin. And we talked to them separately, and things are matching up with what they have to say.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they sat and planned this out for 3 days about what they were going to come talk to you about, or talk about you about. So, but man, it's damn near impossible, because you know what? We're going to trip them up. And they didn't trip up.
Bullshit. So this weekend, bullshit,
man.
Yeah, bullshit. Because this weekend, my daughter, she comes to me and she says, "Hey, Dad, do you know how to hack a phone?" And I go, "Nope." She's like, "Well, you worked at the phone company." "Yeah, I worked at the phone company, but you don't know how to hack a phone." "No, babe, I have no idea how to hack a phone or whatever the fuck." No shit. Today, last night or this morning or whatever, Sadie's bullshit. You hacked all my stuff last night because I called her and I said, "What are you telling our daughter? You're putting some ideas in our daughter's head about me hacking your shit just because I used to work for the phone company?" So whatever's getting conveyed there, I don't fucking know. But there's all sorts of these bullshit stories going on. And no, like I said, you might catch a half truth, but I mean, what's the real truth?
We don't know.
Exactly.
We're trying to figure
Brought
out.
your daughter up, doesn't it? You brought your daughter up in the middle of that.
Exactly. She's telling you the half-truths, and she's spinning it her way and making Zach look horrible. So you might get a half-truth in there every now and then, but for the most part, it's all bull, is what he's saying.
I brought her up to the window to look at her mother with another dude.
I didn't know it was another dude.
Come on, you just said it. Some other dude's car's in the yard.
Yeah, because I knew after the fact, not because I knew in the first place.
The reason you went there is because there's another dude.
No, the reason I went there is because something was going on. To be
You had
honest,
a premonition that she was with some other guy.
no.
That's what you said. You just said that about 10 minutes ago.
I had a premonition that something was up that night, that she was with another guy. I honestly expected it was going to be her friend from high school over there getting fucked up, doing drugs. But no, it was another guy. And no, I wasn't sure. I just knew something was up, right?
Why did you bring your daughter to look through the window, dude?
Because I couldn't leave them home alone.
She could have sat in the car.
She just wanted to go look too.
She stayed in the car initially.
Oh, but to be honest, man, I nor her would have ever expected Mom to be in that position with some dude, okay? Because I wouldn't fucking expect it.
Well, you didn't expect it when you went over there.
No, that's not true. I mean, you want me to assume that the worst for her, but no, she's actually been a good mom for the most part. It's been a good relationship for the most part, and she's not been promiscuous. She's been very loyal. To see another car in the driveway, and if she started doing coke with her friends, is not in that circle of friends to know whose Colorado plates those are, right? I mean, when I pulled in, that's what my headlights were looking at. Colorado plates. What the fuck is that? Somebody's in from out of town. I didn't expect she was fucking somebody else. And honestly, she said she didn't. I don't know that I believe her, but, you know, ultimately, it doesn't matter. You know, it really doesn't matter at this point, because this back and forth shit, do you still care, don't you still care, whatever, we should see other people. There's not a sentence that can be said in a relationship that isn't, everything's my fucking fault. So whatever.
Well, I think it goes both ways. I mean,
It's obviously a toxic relationship. Whoops.
we're in the middle, unfortunately.
Oh, stop. It's obviously toxic between the two of them, at least at this point in time. You know, they don't get along very well. They argue a lot, yet she still strings him along, so I don't know what that's about, but they do, you know, seem to have some kind of toxicity between the two of them, some kind of animosity. So it is not hard to believe that Sadie could be the one making false allegations against Zach. I mean, it's just as likely that that's the case as if she's telling the truth. I mean, they're both in a custody battle against one another, so why do we trust Sadie's word? Why is it gold to the police?
So whatever.
Well, I think it goes both ways. I mean, we're in the middle, unfortunately. Well, mom's feeding her this information, dad's feeding her this information, she's in the middle.
Now,
She's used as that pawn.
she's not in the she gathers information, man. She sits outside the fucking open doors and windows. She go up to the closed door and listen and shit. Like, she pulls information, and she, you know, and that's where I even got tipped off about shit or whatever and suspicious. Now, going and verifying the information, whatever rules I broke to verify the information, isn't because it came from nowhere. I believe that there's some truth to what my daughter was reading, you know? No, I'm not telling some other dude that she loves him. We get in big fights from time to time or whatever. We need a month away. We need a month and a half away. You know, like, there's just moments.
You
know,
guys ever married?
No.
Oh, okay.
You know, no. But
So there was no like legal separation or things like that. It was just kind of a soft breakup. She needed space, you need space, but you guys still kind of.
shit, after she had me arrested on Christmas Eve, we went to court like 2 weeks later, you know, and the judge asked her pointedly, you know, are you guys still together? And she had to say no. So, no, there wasn't like a breakup. It was like retroactively, 2 weeks ago, we were not together at the time that we got in an argument and separated. So, no, it's always been kind of a blur or in the middle, you know. It's always been open to other relationships and space when we need it. It hasn't been a thing where, it's consistent, I guess, you know? I mean, like I told you, when I worked for AT&T, I worked for, my last year was out on the coast of California. I wasn't here. I traveled back and see her. For the 2 years before that, 2.5 years before that, I was up in Hudson, Wisconsin. I wasn't here, you know? It's not, this isn't new, you know? I mean, the only thing that was new is her pretending like we were going to get back together when really not. The only thing that was really new was she's now slapping across the face and fighting with her, you know, and hitting the kids. And that, I've got recordings on, you know? Like, what the fuck is going on? And arguments with her, it just makes no sense, the shit that's coming out of her mouth, you know? And whether you think she's telling the truth or not, wherever the fuck, I dropped the phone outside the truck, inside the truck, whatever the fuck, you can think whatever you want. At the end of the day, if she knew what she claims to have known, found it under the seat, drove all the fucking way down to Kenosha before she shuts it off, what does that tell you? Bullshit. Just bullshit. No, I can't hack a cell phone. It's bullshit.
She had to make sure that that phone got to Kenosha to make it look like Zach was stalking her. She had to make sure that it got there.
Just more bullshit. Everything that goes wrong in the world is not my fucking fault.
Sure.
I'm sorry. It's just not. You know, that's on her to try to account for, but the best she can do is point the finger at me, and I have no fucking idea, so, you know.
It's going both ways. I mean, you're pointing finger at her, she's pointing finger at you.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's why I can go sometimes, I suppose.
And the one in the middle,
My daughter.
we're not supposed to believe.
Well, she got a fucked up version, too. I mean, you know, when we went to court for the...
Oh, well.
No, we went...
Dubs.
Well, hear me out, man. I mean, I see you're quick to cut me off, but the truth is like, even when we went to court, you know, after the, now, mind you, my daughter was not there. Mom swung the broom at my face, she shoved me in the door 4 times, all sorts of bullshit, right? We showed up at court, my daughter can't even talk to me. She won't look at me. She hates my guts because of whatever the fuck mom told her, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I hear you.
That's all she wasn't like that today, man. I'm telling you, she wasn't like that today. She took your side.
By and large, yeah, but...
But had she wanted to throw you under the bus, she wants to take your side.
I don't...
She's not going to call you good dad.
Look,
She's
how
not
do-
going to say, hey, we're awesome together, and then tell me this shit about you, of what you did.
It fucking says you. I know my daughter, and she does that shit, man. And it's frustrating for me as a dad. I hear you. I like that you have faith. I do too, by and large, but it's not true. It's not true.
Okay.
She does. Now, whether she was telling the truth today or whatever the fuck happened, no, I can guarantee you there was some embellishment there. She does that shit.
He's adamant. And Sadie even said that OA is known to make up stories. She's known to fabricate things. And yet we're arguing still about the reliability of what she said with the police.
try to spare the wrath or whatever, she does that shit. And I don't really know what she asked her. I don't know what. I wasn't there for it, but, you know, I'm pretty good at calling her out on it, and she usually doesn't want Dad around for those reasons. Even when we talked to the police in Germantown, she's like, no, I don't want Dad there. You know, had to go into the room with Mom. I'm like, all right, you know, told Sadie, just, well, you know, Dad sniffs that shit out a lot better than Mom does, right? I mean, yeah, and if I was in there, I probably would have caught her.
Redacted.
I mean, come on.
How many times did you see this dude she was with?
Sadie, once at her place, ever.
That's it?
Otherwise, she would go down to visit him.
Does he ever up at the house other than that one time?
I only saw him one time, I don't know. Again, you think I'm over there stalking every night? I'm not. I got a buddy that lives 2 houses down, and he said, hey, are you over there because I see another vehicle in the driveway? No, I'm not, or whatever. Somebody else, a friend's visiting, I don't fucking know. But no.
So he was tipped off that
Where's
somebody, he was tipped off by a friend that somebody was in Sadie's driveway, and that's how he knew to go over there. So not really a premonition, but he already knew that he had a bad feeling. Sorry, I gotta sit up. My hip is really starting to hurt all of a sudden. All right. Oh, bad hip. All right, so I'm gonna sit a little less on that hip for now. So yeah, I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, the friend down the road. So he got the tip apparently to go over there, or at least that someone was there. So that gave him the
He's
idea.
She lives on Angled Street, so he's northwest.
Does she know who he is?
Just
No, does Sadie know your buddy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're neighbors, mutual. Yeah.
Did you ever tell him, like, dude, if you ever see any cars, let me know? You never said, like, nothing like that to him?
No.
Right.
All right. I'm gonna go quiet.
Do you need more water?
I'm alright on water, so I gotta have
Give me a minute and talk to him real quick and be right back, right?
Yeah, what time is it, man? I mean, I'm tired.
Me too. 11:57. So, just give me a second.
Right, I know this shit gonna take, you know.
11:57. Yes, we're tired. We want this to end. But they're trying to get him processed in to county jail right now.
Rentals? Where's y'all at? North Milwaukee? Brown Deer area? What do you got?
So technically one, but Sadie's old place, it's not taken out of her name at the moment, but I bought it out of the sheriff's deed because she bought it through, her mom passed away, she had his inheritance, and she got it, and just didn't go right to a...
Sure.
There you go.
Sure. What's that address?
For which one?
The one in, up by Brown Deer you're talking about?
Sadie's?
Yeah.
50... Is it called?
You own right now?
One of her brothers stays.
Where's that?
Is, it's on here.
Let's
Currently
skip
living
it through here.
That land up there?
Roommate, you know, different room down there, trying to clean out the house and fix up the house in Millville.
So whose is it?
The house? In my home?
Yeah.
Mine.
No, the house you're gonna move into? Or you're
It's
paying
just a
for
rental.
rent?
It's just a buddy of mine's, you know, got a spare room.
Okay.
So,
What's his name? Can I ask?
Andrew.
Last name?
Shit, we've been friends that long. Last name was, he just broke up with his girl. He asked me if I want to make her the other half, and I said that might work. What's his last name? Probably.
You know the address there?
No, I got it written down at home, actually. Because I'm not moving in until this now ex-girlfriend moves out, so.
Okay. So let's talk about Sunday, man. Explain your day to me on Sunday.
Sunday. I don't know, I think I had Sunday. Had the kids. Yeah, I think I had the kids all day Sunday. You know, clean up the house. I think we set up his rain day. I think we set up TV and couch.
He had the kids all day Sunday, so how didn't he do this to Rosalio if he had the kids all day?
And everything like that downstairs, so we can hang out and watch cartoons and movies and shit. So.
All of them are at your house?
And
So what time?
till Sadie picked them up in the evening, I guess.
What time she come?
I don't remember good.
Was it like late in the afternoon?
Yeah, generally, I don't remember offhand.
Did you do anything that night?
That sure would be nice to know for the timeline. I don't know if we have that information. He doesn't remember. So I don't know if we have it somewhere in our timeline. I don't remember seeing when that happened. But I do remember seeing he had the kids that day. So, and I'm thinking like, well, how could he go to Rosalio's and do the crime while he's got the kids? But it didn't happen till later at night. So maybe the kids were returned by then. I don't know.
Hey.
I think I...
In this scenario, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying in the scenario that he would have done it, the kids would have been home, or I don't know. I'm just saying.
I took a nap probably. Maybe went over to my girlfriend's house, I'm not really sure.
Was she there tonight, your girlfriend?
Yeah.
What's her name?
Christine.
Haven't talked to you guys yet. Christine?
Christine.
What's Christine's last name?
Rensburg.
Rensburg. She,
Ariane Rensburg.
Rensburg. She a local girl up there?
Yep.
How old is she? Your age or?
Still younger than me.
100? Okay. Right. So you said Mindy went over there? Do you know for sure what she did? I mean, it was what, 2 days? 1 day ago? 2 days ago? Not yesterday?
I'm guessing I went over there. I don't remember exactly. I'm guessing I went over by her. Something like
Did you spend the night there?
I don't ask her.
Well, I'm asking you. These are important questions, man.
I don't remember if I spent the night there. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on if
So it was 2 nights ago. You don't remember what you did 2 nights ago? You spent the night? Did you drink or do any drugs?
No.
No?
No, I don't remember if I stayed the whole night or not.
I mean, is it counted for you to stay all night, or is it counted for you to leave at 4 in the morning?
Depends if her sister's home. If her sister's home, sometimes she's up late watching TV, so I'll get up and I'll head home.
What's your sister's name?
Is, hold on, her sister's name is Cassie.
She lives up there in Mequon?
Yeah, they both live in an apartment, not too far away from me.
So Cassie's there, you're not?
No, I'm there a lot when she is, but sometimes Cassie stays up late watching TV, and if that's gonna keep me up, I'll get up and go home. You know?
Okay. Do you remember what you did last night?
I was over by her for a bit.
What do you think these investigators? I feel like they don't believe anything Zach's saying.
I did some running around. And then I left for a bit and I came back. One time my buddy saw Sir Everett, she was in for me.
Where's that?
Milwaukee.
Can you give me his name?
Jason, Jay.
So you know Jay?
Yeah, that's all I know. I don't remember his last name.
His number in your phone? Under Jason?
No.
Under Jay?
Probably not.
What else would it be under?
And all sorts of shit. I got all sorts of little abbreviations for people's names in the phone.
Does it start with a J?
His name does, him in the phone.
What about the contact? Does it start with a J? Does he have a nickname?
A bunch of them.
Like what? What are they?
Korean Jesus, I don't know.
Would it be Korean Jesus?
I don't know.
I mean, it's your buddy, right? Your buddy that you hang out with, man. You don't know what his contact's under. When you go to call Jason, what do you do on your phone?
Shop or something like that.
Shop.
I don't know.
Okay.
It would be something.
Shop. All right, that helps.
Yeah.
He's my buddy, man. I look for Vinny when I call him.
But he's more of an acquaintance. I mean, asking for some help with some shit, working on a friend's roof and that kind of stuff. So
what else
call him
did
a friend
you
if that's all.
What else did you do last night, man?
Slept. I don't know. What did we do last night?
I don't know.
We watched a movie. I remember. Oh, that. What did we watch that this morning? Yeah, we watched that this morning. We watched. Oh, it's got Johnny Depp in it, man. Old school gangster movie. He plays Dillinger, John Dillinger. That was this morning. And then.
Who's we?
My girl and I.
Okay. All right. So that was this morning. So did you wake up with her?
Yeah, but did I go over last night or did I come over in the morning is the question.
All right, now we're talking like 8 hours, 10 hours ago, man.
Then I'm tired as fuck, man, and you're asking me, and I'm trying to not blur the days, because sometimes, I'll come over at like 2 in the morning or some shit, or 4 in the morning or some shit, it just depends. But last night did I sleep over by her? Yeah, because I came back after I went and talked to Jay. So yeah, I slept there last night, and the night before that, Sunday. I think I just called her, and we sat on the phone. If I'm not mistaken. I think that was Sunday night, we sat on the phone.
Yeah, they spoke on the phone.
Okay.
That was, I believe, she's the person he called at 11:19. The phone call that pinged off of the tower in Mequon near his home, making the 10:10 clock orientation change of the phone and his drive home. That would narrow it down to 1 hour and 9 minutes to commit the crime, clear the crime scene, stage everything, wrap Rosalio up, get him out of there into your van, supposedly, and get out of there in 9 minutes. I don't think that's happening. 8 minutes.
I don't know. You remember everything in detail for the last 4 months, dude.
No, I don't.
2 nights ago, it's a mystery.
No, that's bullshit. I just told you I didn't know if I had my cell phone out for the light or not when I went and saw Sadie at her house. Everything in detail. No, I don't remember everything. I remember some things. I remember the gist of things more than anything. I'm not a detailed guy. My little brother, on the other hand, he can fucking recite song lyrics and tell you where bands are from and where they play and all that shit. I don't have that,
He tells us when the last time he was in Kenosha.
Sure, yeah. I don't have an eidetic memory, man. I don't, and I'm tired as well. So I gotta organize things. I gotta write things down, keep a little journal and shit. And I do. I write that out, This is what happened today. This is the next bullshit.
Where's that?
So it's on my computer.
How many computers you got?
A couple of broken ones sitting there. That's one I thought.
Which ones do you use? Which one do you use?
Depends on what I'm doing, I suppose.
Which one do you use when you write your journal? I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in there about.
Yeah, one of them. I mean, you want a copy of the journal?
This is where he starts to be like, wait, what? Why do you want my journal?
When you write your journal.
Why?
Just learn. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in there about.
Yeah, one of them. I mean, you want a copy of the journal?
Oh, we're gonna see the journal. Just making it easier on us.
Oh. Why are you gonna see the journal?
It's pertaining to this case.
Stalking?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What?
Your internet searches.
Okay.
Now you have a journal where you're documenting everything you do.
I don't know about everything I do, but I document some stuff in regards to the well-being of my kids and fighting for
Perfect,
custody.
man. That should help you. What computer is it?
The Apple, notebook, iPad, anything like that.
So they are telling him, like, we're going to get your data anyway, so you might as well just tell us. And all this information is going to lead us to, you know, all the things you're saying about Rosalio and all these horrible things you're doing to Sadie. But yet none of that came out in the trial. None of it was relevant enough to be in the trial. So nothing in his journal gave any kind of indication that he was doing anything illegal.
Look, I don't know the laws on being a stalker or not being a stalker. I've taken a look. But I don't know how the fuck you'd be going for my journal on my computer. I'd be happy to show you. I'd be happy to send them to you or whatever, but we're going to see them anyway. I don't know what's going on right now.
I want to know where you were Sunday night.
I just told you.
Well, you think you told me.
I think I told you. Okay.
No, there's a big difference.
I'm not sure what you're getting at. But what I can tell you is, I don't know what you guys are doing. I'm tired as fuck. Either take me home or give me a lawyer. Because I'm not really, what you're doing is really odd. It's almost like a threat about the computer, and that's peculiar to me.
We're not threatening the case involving stalking. She's alleging that you've been.
See how the case they went from buddy to, you know, give me all your information, and now now we're gonna play hard cop and we're gonna get your information anyway, so you might as well just tell us. And their demeanor, their tone changed, and then after that Zach's tone changes because he's like, wait, what the fuck are you talking about? You shouldn't be looking through my stuff. Why are you getting my stuff? He's confused. So he clearly doesn't know that he is being interrogated at this moment. And he finally says the word lawyer and it's about to come to an end. So all he needed to do was say lawyer up here in 2 minutes in instead of an hour and 22 minutes in. Because unfortunately now he said all the things that he said and he can't unsay it. It's all recorded. So even if he is completely 100% innocent of any wrongdoing and any crime, the cops are going to twist it and turn it to help their investigation. And so will the prosecutors to throw people's words back in their face. They love to do that. So
Tracking her, you're tracing her with electronic devices and things like that.
I don't think I crossed any line. Yeah, I did it, but I don't think I crossed any line.
Well, that's what he's saying. Like, we're going to get the information from those devices.
All right, we'll do my Google searches, whatever you guys got to do, but something's, I don't know, like I said, if you're going to threaten me about keeping a journal,
Dude, I ain't
what the fuck
threatening.
was.
I ain't threatening. You're just telling me you have a journal of everything you do. So that
No, I didn't say everything I
helps
do.
you.
I didn't say everything I do.
Okay.
So I mean, like, you want to twist words too, like Sadie, man, I don't know what the fuck it's going to do. Us, we're trying to have a conversation about stuff, we're trying to tell you how things go, but I don't know what you're doing over there, it's weird.
All he's saying is that we'll look at the journal. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be happy to share it to
how
you.
many steps I take. I don't have to keep a journal or shit like that too, but I also know 2 nights ago.
The
I was
journal's
at my place.
literally called custody for my kid's well-being. I mean, what the fuck?
Okay, so that's what we're asking, but what computer or electronic device is it on?
Dude, give me a lawyer. Take me home. You pick. This is crazy. This is fucking nuts.
All right, we're done. We can't talk to you no more.
I didn't do shit. I don't know what you want from me. This is crazy. I don't think I crossed any fucking lines.
All right. So what's going to happen is they're also going to take you over across the street. Jail, you'll have, what time is it? After midnight. Within 40 hours, you'll have a preliminary hearing for
what?
stalking. So I can't guarantee
48 hours?
tomorrow,
What the fuck,
within
you guys?
48 hours, I said. It could be tomorrow at 1 o'clock, or else it'll be Tuesday at 1 o'clock. I don't know the exact time.
Are you fucking
Tomorrow
kidding me?
morning, we will have a meeting with our district attorney office.
I didn't do
District
shit to
attorney.
it. What are you talking
So
about?
That's what's happening tonight. So we can't talk about it anymore. You have requested an attorney, so that's what's going to happen tonight. I just want to make you aware of that.
This is fucking bananas, you guys.
All right.
For stalking, get the fuck out of here.
Yep, that's the charge. So,
Come on now, really? 48
so
hours?
just a minute, I'll get the officers to come in here, and then they'll get you out of here like you requested. All right?
Yeah.
Again, I just want to say, where was the investigation taking place? They just took Sadie's word. They didn't listen to anything Zach had to say. And they knew they were going to arrest him at the end of this night. Well, now it's midnight. Or 12:18.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and see how totally surprised Zach is. He had no idea that this was going to be him ending up in prison or jail after this conversation. Like he said, he's like, we're just trying to have a conversation. Like, how's that gonna work for us if they're being threatening and stuff? But yeah, he thought it
All right,
was
Zach,
just
come on this way.
regular
We're
conversation.
gonna walk right over to this room over here,
Yeah, right on.
and then the officers will leave.
And he's gone now. So there you have it. That was the interview with Zachariah Anderson and the Kenosha Police Department, I believe. They're Kenosha Police. Detective, I keep saying doctor. Because in my mind I see the D-E-T, but for some reason it's like, it goes to Doctor. Detective. Detective Correa and Anschutz were investigating him, and they were the ones that were interviewing him. So it's, to me, I felt a lot of emotions coming from Zach throughout. I feel like he felt frustrated with Sadie. He felt frustrated with the cops not listening to him, because they cut him off multiple times when he was trying to after they asked him a question and he's trying to explain. They cut him off, and I don't know. You guys saw it. What do you think? Let me know, please, in the comments below what you think about this video, what you think about the Kenosha Police Department arresting Zach just on the fly like that for stalking. Do you think they were just getting him for stalking so that they could eventually make other charges stick regarding Rosalio? Because not once do they really talk about Rosalio. I mean, I think they brought up that, he knew she was seeing somebody else, and they asked him, like, do you know the name or whatever, but that's about it. That's like the only time Rosalio was ever brought up, and when he supposedly sees him on the couch with Sadie, but really that conversation isn't about Rosalio. It's not about, like, him hating Rosalio, like, none of that, or having any ties to Rosalio. It's not clear. There's no motive regarding this case. I don't know. I mean, I get that there could be motive. A jealous boyfriend, yeah, and the media and the prosecutors and the police, they all took that spin with it and went with it, and that's what they do in a lot of cases, so that they can basically convict someone by media before they even go to trial. And that's what has been happening with Karen Reed in Massachusetts, Canton, Norfolk District, the district attorney's office. Happening here. It's happening in a lot of cases and a lot of towns, and we are just now starting to wake up and look at the evidence, and that is what we need to start doing. We need to start having a voice for the people that can't speak for themselves. Like Zachariah is in prison right now and he can't speak for himself, so I'm here speaking for him. And everybody needs to do their part. Like Tom CPU, who he always goes to all the Karen Reed hearings, and he does streams outside of the courthouse of all the protesters, and he says everyone does their part. And like Turtle Boy has his part in gathering people, getting the information out there, and then the protesters have their part, different people within the area have their part. So we all have our part to play. So if we can just get out there, go to freezachariahanderson.org, write a letter, write to Zach, write a letter to the legislators in Wisconsin, and feel free to donate, purchase merch, and all that kind of stuff on freezachariahanderson.com. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you. I know sometimes I ramble, but I have a lot of thoughts about a lot of things. So anyways, have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Thank you for watching. If you've been impacted by a true crime and would like your story told in your own words, or if you or someone you know has been wrongfully convicted or accused of a crime, please write to crimeincourtchannel@gmail.com and tell us your real true crime encounters. Thanks for watching.